Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Learn English with Hope. I'm so happy to see you again. Today, we're going to do something really exciting together. We're going to visit a market. Yes, just imagine it. You're walking through a colorful, lively market full of people, sounds, and smells. You can hear shopkeepers calling out, children laughing, and the sound of fresh fruits being packed into bags. It feels wonderful, right? Now, while we enjoy this little journey, we'll also practice some very useful English phrases that will help you sound natural whenever you go shopping. So, are you ready? All right, let's go. As you step into the market, you see so many stalls. Fruits, vegetables, clothes, bags, everything. You take a deep breath and smile. You say softly, "Wow, it's so colorful here." When you meet the first shopkeeper, you can start by greeting them. You can say, "Good morning," or "Hello, how are you today?" Simple greetings like these make people feel comfortable, and they always smile back. You stop in front of a vegetable stall. The shopkeeper looks friendly. He says, "Good morning, what would you like today?" And you reply, "Good morning. I'm looking for some fresh vegetables." You start picking some tomatoes. You can ask, "How much are these tomatoes?" The shopkeeper answers, "They're $2 a kilo." You smile and say, "Okay, that sounds good." Or maybe you think it's a bit expensive, so you can say politely, "Can you make it a little cheaper?" Or, "What's your best price?" See, you don't need to be nervous when you ask. Just keep your tone friendly and soft. A little smile can make the conversation pleasant. Now you look at the potatoes. You can say, "Can you give me half a kilo of potatoes, please?" Then maybe you notice carrots. They look fresh and orange. You can say, "Do you have carrots today?" He nods and shows you a basket full of them. You say, "I'll take some spinach too." After packing your vegetables, the shopkeeper says, "That's all?" You say, "Yes, that's all for now. Thank you so much." Polite endings always leave a good impression. Next, you walk to the fruit section. The air smells sweet, like mangoes and apples. You say, "Wow, these mangoes look delicious." The fruit seller smiles and says, "Yes, they're sweet and fresh from the farm." You can ask, "Can I taste one?" If the seller allows, he gives you a small piece. You taste it and say, "It's really sweet." Now you can ask, "How much for a dozen bananas?" Or, "Please give me 2 kilos of apples." When you decide, you can say, "I'll take these ones, please." And, "Can you pack them for me?" When he hands you the bag, you smile and say, "Thank you, they look perfect." Now you move to a small shop selling juices and snacks. You feel a little thirsty, so you say, "Hi, can I have a bottle of water, please?" The seller says, "Sure. Anything else?" You say, "Yes, I'll take a pack of chips, too." If you want to ask for price, you can say, "How much is it?" If you want to know if they accept cards, "Can I pay by card?" And when you're done, you can say, "That's all. Thank you." You walk further and find a clothes stall. The dresses are bright and colorful. You walk closer and the shopkeeper says, "Hello, looking for something special?" You say, "Yes, I'd like to see some shirts." He shows you a few options. You hold one up and say, "Do you have this in a different color?" He smiles and says, "Yes, we have blue, black, and white." You say, "Can I try it on?" He points to a small changing area and says, "Sure, go ahead." You try the shirt. It's nice, but a little tight. You come out and say, "It's a bit tight. Do you have a larger size?" He gives you another one, and this one fits perfectly. You say, "I really like this one." Then you ask, "What's the price of this shirt?" He says, "It's $15. You smile and say, that's a bit high. Can you give me a discount?" He laughs and says, "Okay, I'll give it to you for 13. You say, "Deal, please pack this one." And then you say warmly, "Thank you, it's lovely." You keep walking and stop at a small gift shop. It has handmade items, keychains, candles, mugs, and small decorations. You walk in and say, "Hello, I'm looking for a small gift for my friend." The seller says, "Sure, what kind of gift are you looking for?" You say, "Something simple but nice." She shows you a few cute keychains. You hold one and say, "This one's really beautiful. How much is it?" She tells you the price, and you say, "That's perfect. I'll take it. Can you wrap it for me, please?" She wraps it nicely, and you say, "Thank you for helping me." Now your shopping bags are full. It's time to pay. You walk to the counter and say, "How much is it in total?" The shopkeeper says, $25. You take out your wallet and ask, "Can I pay with cash?" Or, "Can you accept cards?" After paying, you can say, "Here's your money." And, "Here's your money." And, "Please keep the change." Before leaving, always end with something polite like, "Thank you. Have a nice day." Or, "It was lovely shopping here. I'll come again." As you leave the market, the sun is shining. You take a deep breath, look at your shopping bags, and feel happy. You say to yourself, "That was a fun day. I learned so many new English phrases." Let's quickly go over what you learned today. You learned how to greet someone, ask prices, bargain politely, buy items, and thank people naturally in English. Simple sentences, but very powerful. Now, let's practice together. Repeat after me, okay? Good morning. How are you today? How much are these apples? Can you make it a little cheaper? I'll take half a kilo, please. Can you pack it for me? Thank you so much. Have a great day. Perfect. Keep practicing these sentences with your own voice. Every time you go shopping, try using one or two of these phrases. Trust me, the more you practice, the more confident you'll sound. You know, I want to tell you something personal. When I first started learning English, I was always shy to talk to shopkeepers. I used to think, what if I make a mistake? But one day, I just decided to try. I went to a fruit shop and said softly, "Hello, how much for these apples?" The shopkeeper smiled and replied in English too. It wasn't perfect, but I felt proud because I spoke. So don't worry about mistakes. Just start speaking. Confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from trying again and again. And always remember, every word you speak in English is progress. Even small steps matter. You're doing amazing. When you go to a market next time, speak in English confidently. Say hello, ask the price, smile, and thank the shopkeeper. You'll be surprised how natural it feels. So, my dear friends, that was our English journey to the market. We learned how to talk, how to buy, and how to make friendly, small conversations, just like native speakers. If you enjoyed this session, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Learn English with Hope. Because every time you listen and practice, you're getting one step closer to speaking English fluently. Take care of yourself, keep smiling, and keep learning. See you in the next lesson. Bye for now.